Okay, Darren, so why are we doing a podcast?
Well, basically because we can.
Aim low and avoid disappointment, cause being surprised shouldn't be rare.
Darren, can you explain the intro? Because for those of you out there who don't know, we wrote our own intro, but I'm not taking any credit.
Well, no, you think. I mean, geez, that was stolen from some high-profile artist that you listen to.
Well, how are they going to know?
I don't think anybody would have written an intro that retarded.
Okay, yeah, you're calling it retarded, but I'm taking no credit for the last line, so you need to explain what the hell that means.
Okay. Well, first of all, obviously, the aim low and avoid disappointment is the simple one. You know how it is. Don't get
Yes.
your expectations
No,
up too
I'm
high.
fine with that part. That makes perfect sense.
Because being surprised shouldn't be rare. So basically, we should always be surprised by things. Because I think being surprised is better than being disappointed. And that's my explanation. What are you doing
Sorry, dropped something.
in there? Dude, it's always just making noises in the booth.
No, it's my bracelets were making noise, so I was trying to take them off so that they stop rattling.
But then they made noise.
But then I dropped one.
So you one bracelet down. Oh,
Well, now all three of them are off.
great. Oh, well, this
So
is
I
good.
wear 3 bracelets.
Thanks, Dol.
Okay, we are diverging a lot here. Let's carry on.
Okay.
So
So why did we start a podcast? Is that what we were on?
pretty much. Well, I think we can then get into the more serious side.
Okay, yes.
Because,
Yeah, serious. Be serious, guys, because podcasts are serious.
Yeah. So I mean, we did the intro ourselves, recorded and mixed that. Because our background is in professional audio, not professional music. Let's be honest.
Well, yeah, you can hear that that's definitely not professional music. Yeah.
I think we can mix music.
No, for sure. No, yeah, I don't think we should. I love it. We went from slating ourselves to tooting our own horn here. No, not at all. But basically, yeah, that's what we do. We sound engineers working in the film and television industry. We also work a bit in the music industry. Dole is a guitarist. I would like to call him a musician because that's.
I wouldn't say work in the music industry. I do music for fun.
Oh, that's true. Did I say work in the music industry?
Yeah, no, don't do that.
Yeah, you don't do that. Yeah. And put it this way, Dill hasn't made a lot of money off music, so.
Yeah, well, you haven't made a lot of money off of YouTube, which is why we're here.
This is true. Failing. I failed at YouTube, so I thought, oh, why the hell not do a podcast? Dill's doing pretty good at YouTube, though. So if he has a shameless plug, if you haven't already, and you enjoy flight simming, so that's simming with planes.
What are the chances?
Yeah, what are the chances that you came to our podcast? Well, go and check out Dill's page. That's Salt Grater on YouTube. Yeah, go and give him a subscribe there. I'm pretty sure he would appreciate that.
Definitely.
There we go. Well, yeah. So I failed at YouTube and we thought, let's do a podcast. And we can do a podcast. The other thing is we run a studio this side, so we have the means and the capability. Obviously, everyone's doing a podcast. Everyone has been doing a podcast. It's the thing to do. And we thought, nah, we don't need to do a podcast. But then our YouTube dreams slowly slipped down the sink, and then we just said, well, bugger it, let's see what we can do. And the problem is, no, it's mostly me. I was going to say Dylan and I can just talk forever, but then again, it's, yeah. Well, actually, you can also talk quite a bit.
I try my best. But what I was going to say is I wonder how long you can go for if I just stop talking. I wonder how long it'll take you to realize that I'm not participating.
Do you know what's so interesting? When I was younger, I could probably go for half an hour and wouldn't know. But now,
What do you mean when you were younger?
when I was not the age that I am now?
No, you still do that because I've been saying for a long time that we should do a podcast because when we work
I feel like
in the
I haven't
studio,
been listening to you.
probably that's probably accurate. But I mean, when we're working in the studio, particularly late at night, we get into these deep philosophical conversations. And we just thought we can't deprive the world of sharing these experiences.
I honestly feel like that is the biggest load of troll I've ever heard, because none of our content on these podcasts are going to be anything deep or meaningful. But hopefully they allow you to just have a laugh and come along and enjoy some of the crazy stuff that we've experienced on the short time that we've been on this earth. So that's basically what we thought we would do is kind of just talk you through some of the of our experiences in our work, as well as just in our life and relationships that we have with people around us. Because some of it's just naturally hysterical.
Well, yeah, I think we've got some interesting stories to tell, but kind of going with the theme and the name of this podcast, we're aiming low. We're not setting any expectations.
Exactly. No one is going to listen to this.
There's no set topics. It's just we're going to talk about what we want to talk about. And if you don't like it, there's plenty of other podcasts. So go listen to another one.
That's exactly it. And also, if you really, really feel passionately strong about us talking about a specific topic, then you can drop it in. There's a Q&A section on this thing. You can drop it in there. We think that's how it works. But you can drop it in there, or we'll probably have this up on social media. And you can just let us know what you want us to talk about. Maybe you're a friend of ours and you remember a good story to tell from one of our adventures. That'll be fantastic. So we'll jump on that.
If you give us a topic, we will do our best to share our valuable opinions on said topic. Let's put it that way.
Because our opinions matter. Yeah, but I am super excited about it.
It is exciting. We should probably also mention that this is episode 1. We've already finished episode 2.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Did the whole of episode 2 and then realized maybe we should kind of explain who we are.
This is very true, because that's how you do it professionally. You always start with the last episode and then you work your way backwards.
So 2 is our last episode. That we're done.
Well, it depends how poorly this goes. I mean, if YouTube is anything to go by, we don't have much hope when it comes to podcasting.
Hey, I'm doing fine on YouTube, so
yeah, good on you. Yeah, at least you persevered. I think I gave up too early. I think that was my thing, because also the problem with YouTube, and you must admit this, it's a lot of work.
No, of course it is.
Yeah.
I think the other thing that I've noticed 100% about YouTube, which was the difference between my channel and all the other channels that we've tried, is that consistency. And I haven't been perfectly consistent. I missed uploading last week because I was just too busy.
Oh my word, Dill. I've unsubscribed. Cannot.
Jeez, you made such a weird noise. I thought like you were going to tell me that we hadn't been recording at all or something like that. Or the dog had chewed through the mic cable.
Do you know what's funny? That's 100% a possibility with us.
No, that's why I stopped talking. I was like, oh, geez, we're starting again.
We do this as a career. We make money off this and we still make those mistakes.
Yeah, I still can't record a voice note.
But as you were saying, yes, that you didn't have time to upload content.
Yeah, I missed an upload last week, so I haven't been perfectly consistent. I've tried to upload at least once a week, but I think that was the death of our other channels. We got too busy.
Yeah.
And one of the things that set my channel aside was I actually really focused on pushing the channel during lockdown. So that whole 6 months or 18 months or whatever it was where we were still in that lockdown period, it gave me quite a bit of extra time to work on video content. And that also just gives you bums on seats and eyes on screens. So you have more chance of getting an audience. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're saying this like I've got a massive YouTube channel. It's not that big. It's like 1,000.
The next Mr. Beast.
No,
there he is, my man.
I don't think anyone in Flight Sim is going to get Mr. Beast big. It's too niche. But I mean,
But I will say this. I was quite surprised, sorry to just interrupt there about that, I was quite surprised just how much of a following some as the big guys do have. I was like, sure. And you think to yourself, are those all hardcore guys, or are those pretty much anybody that has played Flight Sim and treats it as a game or just a fun thing to, fly over their house or whatever?
With anything, it's going to depend on the content creator. So if you're looking at the guys who flying more seriously, I mean, there's guys who take it even more seriously than I do. If you look at the content creators who are real pilots, it's only pretty much serious people who are going there, or people who want to learn, who are first getting into Flight Sim, who want to do it properly. Not like you just want to take up a 747 and crash it into the dam next to the airport and then never open the game again.
I didn't. Why did you? I felt like that was a personal attack.
No,
What were you alienating our listenership? Basically saying it's
If
you.
you're that kind of person, don't listen to the podcast. I don't want you here. I don't like you. You're ruining. No. If that's what you want to do in Flight Sim, that's fine. And there's content creators who make that kind of content. And it comes up on my feed and I go, geez. And then I keep scrolling and hope it doesn't come back. And then there's guys that I watch who are rail pilots who teach you the rail procedures, if I could speak properly. And that's what I enjoy because I'm a nerd and I take that. I have to say it's a game, but I take it far too seriously.
No, you do. But I must say, I understand why. It's like anything, anybody's passion that they enjoy, you're gonna want to take it seriously. That's like, I mean, if we didn't take our job seriously, we wouldn't be making this podcast. There we go. But I kind of
feel like making this podcast isn't taking our job seriously.
But do you know what? Okay. I'm going to segue from our YouTube chat quick. I know, sure. But I just want to say, the reason we do these things, these podcasts,
this is a very
YouTube,
good point.
Yeah, and Dill knows exactly where I'm going with this. But the reason we do all of this stuff is because actually it allows us to learn our craft and hone it, better than any book or any job will do, because it allows us to sit with our equipment and try things and learn things, whether it's mixing or recording or, creating things that we normally wouldn't do, that by the time we then get a job in the industry that requires us to use those skills, we know it so well that it's like second nature for us.
Yeah, and this is really important because maybe one of the things we should chat about on this podcast is give people who don't know anything about the audio industry some very basic overviews of how much goes into making this podcast, making a TV show, making a movie. Because I learned so much yesterday working on the intro to our track. Or intro to our podcast, working on the music, because...
Oh, I thought you were going to say I had no clue what I was doing, so I was trying to decipher it. I went on the internet and tried to understand what Darren's lyrics were.
Oh,
there.
My word, my phone is
Oh, no,
things.
so is mine. I'm trying to write a thing for us quickly, actually.
Oh, is it yours?
Yeah,
it's yours.
I'm trying to make notes.
Well, just put it on flight mode. You don't need...
I did that,
internet for notes.
So we're going to say audio overview.
Yeah,
for the masses.
But I mean, basic, just so they understand how much goes. I mean, how many hours do you think we put into episode 2? Because we've already done that one.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting. I mean, obviously we can dedicate a whole podcast to it, but I think that was at least, with recording the intro and you're here, we don't want to give too much away. But yeah, I would say at least 4 hours.
Easily.
At least.
Yeah, I mean, you edited that one.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to edit?
I'd say 2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours for half an hour. Because remember, and it's not, it sounds funny. It sounds like we slow at what we do. Not at all. But because you hone your craft and you're good with your tools, you're actually very fast. But then that allows you to work on, making sure that it's perfect. In inverted commas, nothing's perfect. Yeah. But yeah, literally that's the goal. So it's actually really nice. And through that, you just learn all the things that you did wrong, which is always a lot, even though you've been doing this for, I mean, how long have we been in the industry for now? Like 14, 15 years?
Yeah.
You're still making those same mistakes in different ways. So you go, okay, I didn't make that mistake again, but I didn't think about this and I made that mistake, which is such a simple thing. So yeah, it's the most fun thing ever just to go, right, we're going to do this. And I mean, we also stream, and streaming, I think, taught us so much.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my YouTube channel also was born when I wanted to start editing videos. And that's what I started doing. I didn't have a camera to go and shoot stuff. So I was like, well, I do these flights anyway. Let's see if I just press record, end up with a bunch of recorded gameplay and see what I can do with it. I mean, my first videos were terrible. I didn't have thumbnails. I didn't even speak in them.
Yeah.
And then that just progressively grew as I gained experience in the video editing side. Then I wanted to add graphics, and then I'm like, well, now I want to actually do the audio side as well. So then I've got a microphone, and now you start speaking, and you just build on from there. So a lot of our hobbies we actually do to improve our professional skills as well.
Well, that's exactly it. And we came full circle now back to your point about your channel and just, how much effort you had put in. Because I still remember when you started, you were streaming. You're actually still streaming in lockdown, your flights and stuff. But yeah, it's amazing. And literally, it's the best learning tool. There's nothing better than just doing it.
And streaming was stressful, man. Because
it was,
you and I have streamed together quite a bit. That's way less stressful. When you're by yourself, and I mean, I used to stream for like 3-4 hours sometimes. You got to keep talking for that long to no one.
Exactly.
Even if you've got people posting in the chat, it's delayed. It's not a conversation like this. When we sit here on the couch and stream games together, you talk all the time, so I don't have to worry about that. But
thanks, Dol.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons I actually did the stream, was to help with speaking in front of the camera, because it helped me with creating videos and understanding.
That's another thing. Sorry, I'll quickly say is that just your speaking and your self-confidence that is groundbreaking. It's, if you ever want to learn how to public speak and be comfortable in front of a camera, stream.
100%.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on. But
that's what I was going to say. It's like, it's a big, it was a big learning curve. Yes, you go watch those first streams, even the ones that you and I started together, those first ones, we were terrible.
There's nothing worse when the camera goes live and it cuts to you and we're all just sitting there awkwardly going,
okay,
hey.
we live. Hey. But I'll tell you why that happened, though, because our background is obviously in professional TV broadcast.
Yeah.
And we try to run our streams like a TV show. Like, when someone's speaking, no one says anything, and you all have to go quiet 10 seconds before we go live, and we have to be. And it's not. We were playing games on the internet.
Exactly. No one cares. No. You can get up and go and make yourself a sandwich if you want. No one will care. But yeah, we treated it like nothing could go wrong, and if there was this or dropouts or something, and you know what that taught me, Dol, which was like also such a valuable thing that you wouldn't get if you worked on a TV show or worked on someone else's stream. Being in that moment, we started to realize that it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a broadcast level, thing. And it really, really just made us relax a little bit, enjoy it more. And yeah, I think now, obviously with our schedules and stuff for work, we don't have time to stream as much as we would like to. But when we do, we really do enjoy it, because we just go, this is actually our time to relax and have fun and game and just, play a fun game, whatever that may be.
You know what's even more interesting about that is when you relax and stop taking it seriously and in the back of your mind do a worse job, your content's actually better, because people don't come to the stream for generally the gameplay unless you like one of the top pros. They're coming there for your personality. There's millions of people streaming. They can go watch anyone. So why are they going to watch you play that game? Because of you. And when you relax like that and be yourself, yes, not everyone's going to like it. Not everyone likes everyone. We know that. But the people who do enjoy your personality and your character, they will stay because you're being yourself now.
I'm super surprised we got anybody watching us.
You say this, but I think you and I actually have a very good dynamic when we stream or do these things together, because we are pretty much polar opposites.
Exactly.
Okay, we can both do our jobs. Let's say that. But even in our work, you and I gravitate towards different parts of the industry, and we enjoy different parts of what we do, and we both have slightly different skills, where you're better than me at some things. I'm probably better than you at other things. I can spell.
Well, that's always a positive. I mean, yeah. If you want to be in the audio industry, you have to spell. Yeah, know how to spell.
I mean,
I think if you want to be in any industry, spelling is very important.
Yeah. I mean, even, I don't know, I think all businesses are using email for something. Although, this is something I'm going to bring up in a future episode. I've already decided to start speaking about this. But
okay, I'm making notes, because this is giving us content on the fly.
I'm definitely going to talk about this.
Yeah.
The general incompetence of the world. And I'm going to tell the story of my car repair.
Okay, I've written it down.
Cool.
So, yeah, because this is, I think, where we'll find the most amount of content for our next podcast is in our current podcast. Because we really do. That's the problem, is we talk about so much and then we forget about the things and then we forget to actually talk about those
And that's
things.
why we keep saying we should just switch on the microphones when we start. When you get here to the studio, we should switch on the microphones and then have our conversation, because all this stuff comes up. We go, oh, we should record that. And it's never the same if you repeat the conversation, and also we just forget.
Yeah, that's basically what we do. So we did exactly that. We put full circle back to the beginning. Why are we doing this? Because we talk a lot and we just thought, let's put mics in front of us and record, which is what we do in our day jobs. And yeah, just see if anybody wants to listen to two people rambling on about life and the audio industry and everything that happens in and around that. So yeah, it's super exciting. And that's basically it. I mean, I don't know. Was there anything else that people drastically, desperately need to know about us?
Yes.
Okay.
I've got one more thing for the list. The previous studio, the one where we rented, 2 a.m. The story of you playing with your keys in the driveway. We're telling that for sure.
A story for another podcast. Okay.
Basically, this is just going to be a prelude to the next 10 episodes. We just list all the things that if you stick around and if we care enough to carry on recording this, these are all the things you're going to hear about.
There's some majestic, mind-blowing stories that, yeah, sometimes the fact that we're recording this is actually problematic for me.
I was
We're
gonna
putting it on the
say,
internet. Yeah.
Yeah, we've kind of putting our idiocy on full display here.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
we might also, if we're not careful, at least these are edited. If we were live, we'd be in huge trouble. But we got to be careful not to expose ourselves or anyone else in these stories.
Well, since we've already done episode 2, we can kind of let people know what might be coming. I went on a small trip not so long ago that basically, ended up having quite a few stories to tell. So that's what's coming up in episode 2 of the podcast. And we haven't spoken about who we might be bringing on the podcast. Because, everybody goes like, we're going to do a podcast and bring on these awesome guests. We aren't. We don't have any awesome guests.
No,
you don't know.
It's going to be us. You mean we are going to get people that are just not going to be awesome?
Awesome, yeah. Shame. I'm slating everyone we're going to bring on.
You probably shouldn't say that about the next guest we're going to have on. That's probably a bad decision.
Yeah, that's actually true. Hopefully she doesn't listen to this one.
It's the first episode. It's the only one that people are going to listen to. The next guest, no, we're not going to say it yet.
No, I don't say it yet because, that will take all the mystery and allure out of our podcast. So, yeah. But if you want to listen to some fun stories about an overseas trip, then make sure that you tune into episode 2 of the Aim Low podcast.
Well, it'd be fun for them. It wasn't for you.
No, it was. Yeah,
bit of foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. But hey, you know what I mean. It could be you could just have a good laugh with us, along with us. Hopefully, you're laughing with me, not at me.
To be honest, laugh at us as long as we get views, I guess, or listens,
true.
or whatever
Views,
you call it on a podcast.
Well, and that's the other thing we wanted to ask you guys. You can drop in the Q&A.
Don't ask yet, because they're obviously going to say yes. You have to do so much more work.
Okay. Well, no. Well, we'll put like an overwhelmingly tough target to hit. So, guys, if we get
10,000 Rand sponsorship for this podcast.
Great. That or 10,000 listens.
Jeez. Okay.
If we get 10,000 listens to this first episode, we will start doing this in video format for you. So you can actually see us being ridiculously stupid on a podcast.
Which we can do. It's just a lot more work.
It is. Yeah, we stream, we do all that stuff in terms of...
And I have to put clothes on.
Right. Okay, this is awkward. That's why I put you in the booth away from me. Yeah. So that is something we can do. So let us know, or should I say, don't let us know. Show us with your actions and listen to the podcast. Share it with your friends and get excited for what's to come. And now that you know a little bit more about us, we can end this because I think it's time to say goodbye.
A bunch of editing to be done.
You think?
Oh, yeah. How long have we been going for?
28 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad. Not bad.
That's not bad. But yes. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the Aim Low podcast. Remember, keep aiming low so you're always surprised.
And every single episode, make sure you listen to the end.
Oh, yes.
That's all I'll say.
That's very important. All the way to the end because there's Easter eggs.
Not now. After this. It's coming after this.
After this. So
Just
keep
a little
listening.
Bit more. Just a little bit more.
Just wait. Hang on.
Now.
So now you know just a little bit more than you ever really needed to about us. I guess we never really ever imagined you'd make it right to the ending. So for anyone's out there, drop us a comment that says I am a fish, just to confuse anybody else who hasn't got here yet.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the podcast, our first one. If you care and actually feel like this was interesting, tune into our next one, all about my trip to a certain country. No one is going to listen to this.